Good evening. It says that we're live. I hope we are. Welcome to Spring Equinox or Fall Equinox, if you're down under, Mediumship night here on the Medium channel. And if you're watching this as a video, don't go away. Your loved ones could still come through. It happens all the time because they're beyond time and space. And I'll timestamp when the readings begin if you're interested in checking that out. But for those of you that are here live, welcome. We'll get started in just a minute. I just want to give a minute or two for live people to get their notifications and to get on, and we'll see where the energies of the day takes us or the evening takes us. So hello, Jennifer, Judy, Suzette, Lisa, Mike, welcome. Welcome to the Botanist. Hi, Eileen. Hello, Chris. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Suzette. Hello, Katie. Hello, Bella. Hello, Chloe. And hello, Josh, Mr. Floyd. Welcome. Welcome, Patricia. Welcome, Judy. All right. The people are jumping on. We went from 15 to 30 in the last minute. So good evening, everybody. Yeah, this is a great shirt, but I should fix the collar, right? The only problem is I can only use it on videos because there's a big tear in the back of the shirt, but it still looks nice on video, right? And you notice I've got my spring colors up. Spring is actually going to be just a few hours. It's gosh, what time is it? Like 7 a.m. Eastern time. It's early in the morning. That much I know. So hello, Marie. Hello, Jennifer, Tina. If I miss you, hello, Michael. So that's coming up. I think, although I haven't announced this or posted it yet, but I think Friday at 8 after work, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do get some of us together, do some group prayers, some transmission work to raise our frequencies and help the collective, help the planet. People are going absolutely bonkers out there. We know that. They could use our help. They could use our support. So today was a really nice spring day here in the Catskills. We reached 70 degrees, although I was indoors most of it working. But it was still a really nice day. So I see people are starting to come on, starting to find us. So I'll talk about how this is going to work. Then we'll just do this. And I'll do this. I'll try to hang in there about an hour, get as many messages out there as possible. I have been doing readings a good part of the day. I had a full schedule, so sorry about that if I tire out a little more quickly. But in any event, hello, Jojo. I'm all right. Lisa, I don't think anybody else is new yet, so people will come in slowly but surely. So in any event, so what's going on here? All right. Anyway, let me explain how we work. So in mediumship work, basically, we call this evidential mediumship because I really want the proof. I want the evidence of spirit so that when I'm making the connection, we'll know who I'm with. Especially right now, there's 48. Last time we had about 90 to 100 on the live. So especially when there's a lot of people, want to get clear, specific information. So the way that I'll do this, because this has to be, in a way, this has to be done. Well, not in a way. It has to be done over the internet by computer. So what I need to do is get the messages, but be able to communicate also. So I will be looking at the chat. So as I get information in, if you feel like most or all of it's for you, you let me know in the chat, and I'll let you know if I'm with you or not. But in any event, you're at the crystal shop, in and out of the chat. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Pam C. Hello, Christine. Hello, Sandy. Hello, CC. All right. Saying all my hellos. Hello, Anita. Okay. And if I miss anybody, it's just because I missed you. All right. Where was I? So only one rule. I'm not a big rules person. Those of you guys that have done this, thank you, Suzette. Thank you for the generous donations. We love you. And a lot of you have done this before, so you kind of know exactly what I'm going to say. I'm not a rules person. There's only one rule. Anybody that died can come through in this session. Hello, Patty. Hi from Queens. Yeah, if you're new and you want to say where in the world you're from, please let us know. And we had Patty and Pamela and Pam come on. So we're very happy you guys are here and you found us. And I'm from New Hampshire. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kimi. I appreciate you also. All right. So anybody that died can come through. And there's we'll call it a Goldilocks zone because I really like that expression. There is a Goldilocks zone, but it's not limited to that. So if somebody died yesterday, they can come through. If they died last week, they can come through. If they died 50 years ago, they can come through. However, the zone, the mediumship zone, we'll call it, starts usually, well, I'll put it this way. They're often very strong right after they pass because they're still in transition. But then there's a period usually when they're transcending to their next life or their next world. And then when they become more accustomed to the energies, they come through again. So I'd say from, a couple months after they pass to about 20 years or so is the sweet spot, basically. But again, I've had spirits that died well before that. And much more recently. I do believe those that are reincarnated can still come through because we are all on the other side. Where do we go when we go into deep sleep? Well, not just to the other side, we go interdimensional. But the point being is that they can still come through even if they've reincarnated. But the big but, and what I found in my 24 years of practice now, God, I'm getting old. In my 24 years of practice, that I can almost get a sense of a spirit coming through reincarnated because they're not quite as crisp and clear as the ones that are still on the other side that haven't come into a new body. At least that's my feeling. But anyway, so the sort of more practical information, yes, I will get names, initials, dates. Sometimes it's just a number, so it's not always a complete date. Usually it's just a first name. Occasionally I get a full name, but usually it's just a first name or even an initial. But be mindful that they may be addressing the living. So as they come in and we're making the contact and connection and I'm starting to warm up to their energies, they get a name or initial. And this is what John Edward used to say all the time in the show Crossing Over, that it's either who they are, who they're with, or who here in the living that they're acknowledging at this time. And I'll get feelings in my body. I'll get images. I'll, hopefully pick up on their personalities, maybe how they crossed over, maybe what they like to do. Messages for the living sometimes, and this has been happening more and more lately. Like I'll get a name, the person will think about it, I don't know who that is, and then say, oh, I was just speaking to her this morning, basically, or we were just talking about this in the car. I get a lot of that, and that just validates that the spirits were riding with you, that they were with you at that time, basically. So who else came on? Pauline came on. Oh, wow. Okay. So, and hello from Australia. So happy autumn equinox to you, Tracy. Happy spring equinox for most of us. Happy autumn equinox to you. So I can't control who comes through. So that's the next, well, it's not a rule, but a guideline. So, I just have to open to the spirits. I ask them before time. I do some meditation and prayers that those that need the messages most, that they come through, or those that can't necessarily afford a private reading with myself or a medium. Or I shouldn't say the word can't afford. Never use that in your vocabulary. Instead, say, I choose to use my wealth in a different direction at this time, right? So those that choose to use their wealth in a different direction rather than a reading, well, I hope that they come through for you, basically. And there's economy of motion because they realize we're up to 68 now. They realize a lot of people are going to be coming on. So I may get messages that can fit 4 or 5 different people. I don't have a problem with that. And I may be talking to someone else and you may feel like your loved one is piggybacking them and giving you information, then take it also, even if I'm not talking directly to you. So a message for one's a message for all. And even if you don't get a direct contact, the idea is we want to validate the continuity of life and to prove to the best of our ability that nobody really died. We just leave the body and we live on. And if I'm able to do that, even if it's not through a direct contact with you, you're able to see like all the psychic hits and all that good stuff. Then we've kind of done our job, and hopefully next time you'll get a direct contact. But in any event, that's part of what I want to say. Hello, Amelia. Hello, Anthragol, Elise, and anybody that I missed. Hi from South Carolina. Beautiful. And let's see, that's Suzette's initials also. Very nice. Anything else that I have to explain? All right, I know they're here. They've been kind of popping in and out as I've been talking. All right. Anything else I need to explain, I'll explain as I go along. How about that? So let me just open up with a prayer. I want to say, so dear Mother, Father, God, we thank you for your presence at this time. And we open our hearts and our minds and our souls to those beautiful souls on the other side. And we ask that we're able to do our work efficiently, that the spirits are able to come through very strong, that we're safe always in our practices. And we thank you for all of our blessings and helping us and humanity through this very challenging, changeable time on our world. And may this evening and events like this make everybody's day just a little lighter and brighter as we soldier forth in these tremendous earth changes that we're in. So we thank you, dear Spirit, Mother, Father, God. Thank you. Amen. Namaste. Shalom. Ciao. Aloha. I love it. Salam alaikum for people of African descent. And all right, I know I'll probably keep my glasses on because I'm going to have to keep an eye on the comments. Thank you, Jojo, for that. That hello Diamond Heart from Vancouver Island. Very good. All right. So firstly, one of the reasons I stopped and I wrote something down, I didn't want to forget this, but somebody's here that would identify with the numbers 4-4, probably an April 4th birthday or passing is going to be relevant, or they pass at 44. So let me see where I am. I don't know. This may be a connection either for the Christine that's on, because that name, or I know Christine's not an uncommon name. That may be a name in the family. But I feel like as I'm going into this energy, there's a name like Lucy, Lou, or at least an L name connected. I can confuse that with Lily, but there's at least an L name connected. Now, the birthday, month, day may be in the living, but I feel like this is like a mother energy, mom or somebody that's mother-like, I want to say to you. I feel like the spirit, that's why my hand's here, because the spirit's right here. And there's a funny man. I think these are a set of parents or grandparents. There's a funny man. I think he served in the military, but he liked to do something with chips, like either play poker, I want to say, play cards, like to gamble, like to get together with the boys, I want to say also. There's also the number 9 comes in, so I think there's going to be a September connection around this. And I've seen, it looks like barbells, like exercise or working out, or like an exercise wheel or something. Maybe you've started working out, but I like to get like several bits of evidence so that not everybody takes it, so that we can get this down to a few. And there's a bit of a delay, so I'm going to see if anybody's getting this. 77 on the chat. My grandfather passed 4/4/35 in Italy. That could be you, and there may be a couple of others that chime in. He's definitely got a sense of humor. So he passed away in 1935. That would be, going back a long time. I have to say, hello, 4/4 is a day for me. Love hearing the reading. Okay, and with 84 people on, a few people are going to understand 4/4. I do feel like there's an H name connection also. That may be Helen, Henry. I'm not sure. Just the letter H keeps coming up. But I feel like the gentleman, definitely in the military, shows himself not being that tall, I want to say. I'm 5'5", and I think when he was older, my age or a little older, he was even a little bit shorter than myself, I want to say. But he's very animated and funny, and he'd be like everybody's favorite grandfather. And I just got this feeling in my chest suggesting there were probably heart-related issues or that around the family. I'm also seeing a soul, so I think there's some connection to carpentry, to woodworking and stuff like that. I think it's all around the same person. And I'm going to see if anybody's Arthur past 5/29/23. Okay, all right. That's my dad. Okay. My dog comes through all the time. Her name is Lucy. How sweet. Okay. Thank you so much. 5 years now. Wow. Okay. I'm still not getting that. Boom. And your grandfather worked in a vineyard. That might fit. Herbert could fit. Lucy Lou, that could fit also. But I feel like I really found that. And you saw the oh, thank you, Diamond Heart. Okay. Lucy Lou, Josh did go to the office to get your box. All right. Name is Giuseppe, which would be Joe in English, I think, or Joseph. All right, let me just get some more information. I feel like he loves you now. You're passing 1935. Wow. Um, they feel like he's here again. There's a reference to soldiers. I still getting the person playing cards. You know, and there's definitely chips. It feels like a poker. I want to say also. So I feel like that, and there's also something with trees too. I don't know if you mentioned somebody being an arborist or the lumberyard. Did you? I don't remember, but hi Tia. Father passed away. Okay. Yeah, so your mom was very young. She didn't know him, but I feel like he's trying to come through also. Now let me just see where else are we? Uh Maybe he played cards and he had a sword. So Moonjoy, this could be your reference also. And Lewis Shore, Lou, okay. Lou Shore, my grandfather's funny and played cards every week. All right. So definitely a few you can take this. So let me grab some water. They also talk about the family that I'm going. This might be like a younger person, like a father, and I think there's a Robert, Roger, or an R name connected. They feel like they talk about some complication with getting like the death certificate or the or something with the inheritance or something that they kind of got screwed up. And I think it's going to go in the same family, but a different spirit. I want to say, I know who I'm with is very clairaudient because you're hearing them or getting clear aliens like psychic smells, I want to say, and you would be smelling cigarettes or cigars. You'd definitely be smelling smoke when this person's around, and you may have the person's watch. Can I'm seeing a watch, or there's something about that, but this would be a watch that you could use like underwater. It'd be waterproof, like you could go diving with this watch also. So this may be in the family, and yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of spirits wherever I'm going. I know I'm not 100% sure where I am yet, which is unusual. They're also showing me. It looks like it's definitely Europe. I thought I was seeing the Eiffel Tower, but then they popped the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Is the Leaning Tower of Pisa still leaning? By the way, um. But in any event, all right. So what do you guys think? Lose from my name. Let's see. Send a message for you. Oh my God, I have his watch. All right. And this is who I felt really warm on. So I don't know if you're able to take some of these other references, but I feel like this is for you. But it may also be, Lou, pay attention. And again, I feel like I want to go back to 4/4, like April 4th has a meaning. This could also be a reference to Martin Luther King, to be honest, because that's when he was killed on 4/4. So this could be that the person that's coming through really honored that, I want to say, but I think it's a birthday in the family. I think it means something. I want to say also. And yeah, we are a very loving community. Sorry, not the English. All right. His father was Italian. So I'm still learning. So let me just see if we can get a message more for Moonjoy. I feel that's where I'm at. Yes, the tower still leans. Thank you, Peggy, for that. And his father was Italian. Okay, so it's going to be review or net. Okay, body net. My German's not so good. But in any regards, pretty soon YouTube's gonna have auto dubbing. Your left my pen. This feels like it's a message for you, and I just feel like to say that you've got a lot of help. Now I may be still with you, or I may be switching, but where I'm going, there's a reference to a baby. I think a boy, but definitely a baby. Like there's a baby that was born very recently, or somebody being very pregnant. I want to say. So that comes up. Let me grab a little T. It's like, what do I need now? February. I think we're marking the calendar February later in the month, around 25th to maybe the 28th, around that time, 27th. Well, there may have been a child born in the family around that time. So let me just see who's coming in. I know there's a gentleman with me that I believe passed of either lung cancer, maybe something to do with asbestos or exposure to something, I want to say. I think it's in this energy. It may be where I've been already. It may not be. I feel like as this person comes through, he showed me Z, like there may be somebody with a Z initial that's relevant, like Z, zebra, something like that. that comes up. And definitely, I'm getting a lot of the military, but I feel like this is World War II reference where I'm going. And the spirit is very strong. This may tie into one of the Italian families also. I think there are those names like Joe, Joseph, names like that connected. I feel like he's here. It's like I feel like this is a friendly person as he's coming through. He's kind of telling me, if I knew you to want to sit down, have a cup of coffee with you, and pick your brain, I find all this very fascinating. He does pop the numbers 10 in my mind and 8. So there may be October 8th, and they may be two separate references with that. Hello, Lisa. Happy spring equinox to you. Watching a little bit on the delay, yes. Christina, my dad's sister's birthday before she passed on. My birthday is in April, so this can connect with you also, Christina. And Lisa saying Korean War, not World War II. My mistake if I'm with you, but that could be a reference for you. But I feel again very very kind of funny and very animated. I want to say, and just kind of makes me feel like I feels like there could be like a move or like a sudden change, like a move or change of jobs or offices or going into a new place. I think it's more for Lisa. I feel like they're saying to hang in there, basically, like a lot's being revealed, a lot's being released, and a lot's being broadcast now. And you may get a chance to do some either broadcasting, like on a podcast or YouTube or something like that, or being interviewed or stuff like that. But I feel like you have a message, get it out there, basically. So we'll say that from Dad. I want to say also. All right, so nothing there. 8, 9. What did I say? 8, 4, 8, or 8. Did I say 8, 9 or 11, 8? I think. Anyway, if that makes sense, definitely we'll definitely take that. And where else? This was 4, 4. Christina for a second. Can I feel like your sister, your dad's sister's birthday? So your aunt is very strong, I want to say, and your birthday's in April, but she passed on 4, 4. It feels like he's here also. I don't know if you would understand this person, like either having like a lot of ulcers or a lot of issues in the stomach before they passed. But I feel like this would be for oh God, I can't even keep track where I am um right now. But I flashed your comment a moment ago. All right, Christina, thank you. Yeah. So in any regard, singing this song all by myself in my mind, and I think this may be more of a statement on if somebody in the living that a lot of their family members have already crossed over. This may connect with either a mother figure that's still in the living or a female that's still here that maybe yourself, I want to say, but they feel like to say that you've got a lot of support, a lot of help, and your moving day. I think somebody's moving or is about to move because I'm hearing moving day in my mind. And a lot's going to be revealed around the spring or summer. So I might shift gears a little bit. So Christina's saying yes, yes, a few yeses. Okay. And a wow. Okay, a few yeses and a wow. So if you want to be specific, definitely let me know. But I feel like that they're there, and I feel like you're very good at connecting to the spirit world yourself. So and I feel like one of the messages is take pride in your work and what you do, even if others aren't. I want to say, yeah, that I feel like there's a father energy with you also, or male energy. You feel like you're around a lot of narcissistic type energy or people, but you're holding your ground well, basically. And they show me fire hydrants. Maybe you're putting out a lot of fires, and for some reason they pop the number 32 in my mind, and the word humor. So I don't know if somebody passed at that age, at that very young age, or if that means something else. But I think in this energy there's something about funny. So that's not too much of a delay if you're getting the narcissist. Yes. Sorry about your dad. Yes. and we're moving to. So so she's understanding everything. So let's see if you can get a message. I feel like I'm asking for a message from the father energy. I feel like saying not your problem. I don't know what's not your problem, but it's not your problem. Maybe it's a family conflict or the narcissist or stuff out there. And I feel like he's saying like not to be surprised if something of his just mysteriously disappears. Um, and that could be like connected to sister energy or maybe a cousin or sister-in-law, but hopefully I'm wrong, and if I am, I'll be happy to eat crow and all that good stuff. But I think they're just maybe giving you a heads up that somebody may make off with things that weren't approved to be theirs and stuff like that. But if we're talking about narcissists will do that sometimes, and and congratulations on the move, basically. Now, if Christina's, you're welcome. If Christina, if you're not necessarily getting that last part, I might be switching because I think this is going to connect not necessarily with the father, but with somebody that passed within the last several months. I want to say, thank you, John. Yeah, who was that? We're moving to. Yeah, you guys are throwing out the comments so much. I can't keep up with y'all. um, anyway, so moving right along. Hello, Jason. Yes. I'm not sure, man, but you're welcome. Oh, you do understand the last part. Okay, okay. So very good. So they're with you, and I feel they're saying they're just a thought away. When we think about them, sometimes because they're thinking about you or they're coming in. I think this is still Christine. I don't know if your dad was the big smoker, but oh my God, I'm all of a sudden it's like I'm in a smoke-filled room. Basically, I put it that way. So trust your nose. You may get psychic smells also. All right, so let me see. Where are we going? So I have a younger female energy. I think she was at least 5'6". She wasn't small or short. Strong woman. I think she might have been in her 30s, maybe her 40s. Maybe that's where the 32 reference comes in. This feels like an overdose, like a drug-related passing, but sometimes I'll confuse that for people that take their own lives. I'm not sure the relation is maybe like a cousin or a niece or a friend's daughter. I'm not sure, but I feel like she's saying she's come through before, like in different ways, I want to say. And I think either this is somebody that likes to cook a lot or you are cooking or like to cook, whoever this message is for. Them seem being in the kitchen and doing a lot with food. A lot of it is greasy meat, things that I don't eat, but I think there's some good and healthy food mixed in also. So I feel like she's saying salad. I want to say also. I want to say hi to my mom and dad. So I feel like the person that I'm with would have both parents still in the living. I want to say also, and I didn't mean to do it. I want to say also. So if anybody resonates with that, I know there's a bit of a delay, but speak up. If that fits in with a nephew, I believe this is a female. Is this still you, Christine? Oh, the smoke. Oh, you're smoking now. Yeah, I was gonna ask if it was you who was smoking too. All right. Well, they busted you. Yeah. All right. So a couple of you get that. She ended her life. Sarah says it could be a friend. Yeah, if the description at least roughly matches, I feel like they're saying yes. Um, and and um, and if the parents are still living, I want to say also because it's very distinct to say hi to mom and dad. So I know there's 88 people on right now, so I know that would be relevant. Gretchen, let me see what else. You like to say I've been calling you, so I think that you may have been um aware of or hearing the friend. There's a W name. So I don't know if it's Walter or maybe William, but I think there's a W name connected to that or connected to you in another way, basically. But this is a strong animated person, and I just feel like she's just wanting to let you know that that she's with you. So Oh, she's my neighbor. Her parents are still with us. Thank you. So that's what yeah, the piece that I was looking for to validate that. Oh, her maiden name. All right. So I mentioned her maiden name. Cool. So very good. So again, she's very strong. She's around a lot. I'm not surprised she's a neighbor because I feel like she's around the neighborhood a lot also. And I feel like saying still raising hell, and so I think she's a bit of a hellion, but not in a negative way. I feel like everyone liked her. I don't know, 31, 32. Why they're popping numbers like that. They also show me a cat, so there may be a cat connection in this reference. Not a terribly big cat. I'm favoring the images coming quickly, but I'm favoring like either a striped cat or a cat that has more than one color that has some gray and some dark colors. Funny, getting back to the watch, so maybe the person that could take the watch reference that father figure still here also. I'm watching over you, but I feel like mostly that she wanted to let her parents know that she came through and that she's with you. Yeah. And Lou, and 4/4 is my son's birthday, Lou. Very good. So there's definitely that reference. And Very good. So I think I mentioned this earlier on, but in this mediumship work, I work strictly with the spirits. So I can't really go to individuals. For one, it's not necessarily fair, and for two, I just can't work that way. So the spirits will guide me to who we need to go to right now. But but let me see who else is here. See if I can pick up the pace a little bit to get more messages out. Uh, or just smoking. Yeah, smoking is hard, Karen. Definitely. There we go. This is what I wanted to go. Oh, that's what it is. She showed me a little cat. She's being specific that the cat's little. She knows that. That's why she planted that image in my mind. Yes. So you can let the parents know. I feel like that they would be open enough or thrilled. I feel like I don't know if they like to barbecue, but all of a sudden I'm seeing like one of those outdoor. It has like a little hood you open up and then you light the coals, or it might be like I don't know. But anyway, they're showing me. Well, neighbors do that, right? So neighbors will be neighbors. All right. Um, so lots of love from I forgot her name. Lots of love from her as well. So there's a mother figure here. This could be a mom or a very strong grandma. I think there's a name like Pat or Pam. So I think one of those PA names would be relevant. Again, names could be who they're with or who's here in the living. But this would be the type of person that when she leaves the world, people just don't know what to do without her. Like this is somebody that took care of a lot of things, like a matriarchal figure. And I feel like she's very nice. I feel like she's like, oh wow, I didn't think you'd get to me. And she showed me 2-1. There may be something that connects around the beginning of February. When they get a specific date, I've been known to be as much as one day off with that, but right around the beginning of February will be important in this family. I feel like she said she went to join dad, so I feel like the father would have passed before. Show me, being it may be interesting. It may be something that's connecting to Florida or somewhere where there's palm trees, so they may have lived there, or that you're there. But also the image of tigers comes up, so that usually I get that. That's more like Asia as well. Or something with big cats. But I'm not sure what that means yet. But she's very strong. This is not a tall or big lady, by the way. And there's an M name. I don't know if it's Millie or Minnie, but there's definitely an M name connected where I'm going, I want to say. And she talked about sunglasses, like she may have had poor vision near the end also. She's kind of showing me thicker glasses or stuff like that as well. But she would make a lot of like the food. Like I feel like she's saying she could do a really good cake, like could bake and prepare some really good food. There may be a Frank, Francis, and FR name connected. Melanie would work. It's an M name, but not the common like Mary, Martha type of name. So that could work if you're understanding other references for that. You're welcome, guitar. My pleasure always. And Susan could take single once again. All right. So far, what the mountain? Yeah, unusual M name. Mother figure, small Italian. I'm Nicole. You live in Florida. It could be for you. So let me see if I can get more information. Again, very strong person. People would just, again, feel lost without her, basically. And I definitely feel like she's saying, he went to join dad, so the father would have already been there. So hopefully that narrows it down enough that only a few of you would understand it. It could be, like I said, it could be a grandmother also, a very close grandmother. I can confuse with that, but yeah, very strong. Bella, this feels like your reference, strong matriarch. But if anybody else is taking that, definitely do that. So let me see if we can tune in a little bit more with her. Well, I feel like she's very adamant. I feel like I told you I'd be back. I said I'd be back, and in my mind, she's kind of folding her arms like there's an indignation that you would recognize from this person. I feel like she's saying, stubborn old fool, but at the same time, she showed me wolves. That's my personal symbol for teachers. She taught a lot. I feel like she would be at her best when the children would come over, even if she tell them, take your shoes off, wipe your feet, and be very much not militant, but very much on it, I want to say as well. But I feel like, once a week is all that I could handle. It'd be exhausting, but then I'd be burnt out, basically. So, I think even when she's not feeling well, she really tried to do things for the family. There may also be a name like Jensen, or maybe it's Jennifer, but a Jen name also. So Bella's saying that's so her. All right. She had lots of, what do you say? Lots of children, or lots of children over. No wonder she'd be exhausted. Yeah. Could I feel like she'd be like, oh yeah, once a week would be enough. I mean, I don't think she was limited to once a week to be Bella. Jason. Yes, okay. What did I say? Jensen? Yeah, I can't. I sometimes I can be a little bit off on names from not what they sound like or they begin with. Yeah, Jason was at her house. Thank you. So that's just her way of saying that she recognizes that. Yeah, um, and that she's with you, and your grandmother might have slipped in because you're Jennifer and she's Jen also. So say hi from your grandmother as well. And yesterday, I was cleaning her house out. She just passed last month. Okay, in February. It may not have necessarily been the first, but I think she's trying to give me February. I don't know if it's between the 10th and the 19th. That could be one reference also. But in any event, I'm still going to go with early February. But so it's just a month ago. So it sounds like it was later February. But in any event, I think she's around the house a lot. Also, I think there's I think a jewelry set that has blue in it, like turquoise. It almost looks like it might be a set that includes, like, I don't know if it's a necklace and earrings, I think also, but it has like little things that hang from it. I don't know if I'm describing that well, but it's yours. If you recognize that, it's supposed to be yours, I want to say also. And yeah, jewelry, yes, okay. Yeah, if you recognize the particular jewelry, because honestly, in evidential mediumship, I can't take jewelry as evidence because virtually every mom and grandma has their jewelry down. But if you recognize what I'm talking about, the specific, then that's for you. We made jewelry there. Well, that would be a hit also, and I think she was trying to show me that because it looked very crafty and very, very original, I want to say. So I think she's trying to show me that also together. Yeah. So no wonder she showed me that, and I feel like saying, there's something that's for you, and it almost looks like Native American in a way, or has that kind of a look or an energy. But I feel like something about that, and something about giving you her hair. I don't know if you actually. I mean, sometimes people take a lock of their deceased loved one's hair and put it in like a little what's it called, an amulet, or but then I don't know if you did that, but I'm here. I gave you my hair. Oh, you know what it is? I think she had great hair, and you have great hair, and it would remind you of grandma's. I think that's what she's trying to tell me, basically. Um, and she wore wigs. Do you have her wigs? Is that what she's trying to say? That she gave? She's funny then. If that's what the reference is, I gave you my hair. and we were talking about passing. Yeah, that makes sense. So I think that she's funny, and lock it. That's the word that I'm trying to think of. So anyway, she's very much there, and she loves you a lot, and I feel like I'm not going anywhere, basically, and so I think that she's going to be around you and the family for a while. I want to say. Um, all right, so I'm just seeing if Bella understands the last one. No, you don't know. The last thing I said, you don't know. Okay, but she is so funny. Yeah. All right. So let me move on. Let me get another. All right. So they bring up the name Sue, like the nickname for Susan, Sue. I have a sneaking suspicion this is still connecting to Bella, but if I'm wrong, oh, you know what? I wonder if I started to trend into your energy. So my mom Milky, which is an MIL name, I got that originally, right? What did I say? Milky. Love me a nice piece of turquoise. My hair became curly. Oh, all right. So the reason that you didn't get the last reference or two for the other person is that I switched. Yeah, Bella. So I switched, and sometimes I don't know that. Um, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like firstly your mom's here and she's looking in the mirror. I don't know if she's trying to say they you're in front of a mirror a lot or that you're a little bit vain or she's like that's not it. That's not it. So your mom is a little bit not impatient but wants me to be specific. It's more like you'll see either movement when you're doing something in the mirror or you'll swear that she's there. So if you see something move in your reflection, say hi, mom, or hi to the spirits. I want to say. Now I don't know if there's a skittish black cat or darker colored cat. Or it could be a small dog, but I think they're trying to show me a cat. And this would, I'm sorry, I left your comment up. This would go back to, oh God, I left your comment up to play love, basically. Um, but I feel like I'm feeling a lot of love. Like as she's stepping in, I just feel my heart opening. I feel like I want to play music, like the piano or sing or stuff like that. So maybe I have a little bit of a musical energy, or your mom does, or musical sense about you. Um, oh, this is back to you, Bella. So I may be reading for both of you simultaneously. So Buddy Skittish Black Hat, I asked about him. All right. Well, your loved one has them, and she's with him. I play the music. All right. So I'm a little bit back and forth with you guys. Millie, play love. All right. So back with your energy. I'm seeing if she has any of that reference. All right. So they have the black cat or the Buddy the. Oh yeah, black hat, skittish black hat. You asked about it. They they know that. So your people are still here. Playlove's mom is still here. I want to say I get this also feeling about um, um moving the furniture, moving things around a lot. I want to say more in the main room or living room. It may involve like a move or a delivery. Because I'm seeing now in plastic. Like a couch or chair. So there may be a move that's happening that just happened that's coming up. I want to say, and and stuff like that. So let me see if we can get a. She played many instruments, and we were always singing parties growing up. Thank you. So she's still here. You're still here. I think you like to play the piano. Maybe have a drink or two, basically. But that makes it more fun. I want to say and back to Bella because I'm working with two people at once now. Jason just helped move all the stuff out of her home after she passed, so she's aware of Jason also. So very good. Um, and your mom. So hi Heather, and thanks for acknowledging that as well. So let's see if we can get another message for Play Love. That's a musical also, right? Play Love, remember. Yeah, that sounds musical to me as well. Um, I feel like you're saying, there's a time to laugh, there's a time to be serious, um, and there may be some let's say not difficult plans, but things that have to be thought out now, I want to say, in your life. It may connect with a brother figure also, or a male figure that's still living, that'd be in your generation, a brother, maybe a husband. I think a brother figure or close cousin. It's something to work out. Tacos. What about tacos? Maybe somebody just loves tacos, or maybe that's a nickname, but they just popped the name tacos in my mind. But in any event, but I feel like they're saying, yeah, we're here with you. You can call on us and trust what you get because we're trying to help you. It may again be choices of things about moving or things of that nature, or it could even um, come into something about relationship. Because you're talking about relationship serious, like those words came up in my mind also. There may be some decision or choices that come up for you. I think this would be play love, but it could be either of the two of you. And it could be Bella or play love. And play love, and you have a nervous little dog, so yeah, that could be also. So that's even darker in color. But but I feel like this, if it's not for you directly, it's somebody very close to you in the family that's trying to reference. I want to say also. Um that's you. I just asked her about relationships. Okay. So that might be more Bella's. All right. So I don't know if you're having to make decisions around your relationship or somebody super, super close to you is if you're old enough to have children that would have partners, a serious partners, it could connect with that. But I feel like in the end of the day, it kind of comes down to you. So you kind of call you the backstop in a way. That's kind of like a nickname for the catcher in baseball. It's like everything has to go through you now, basically, when it comes to the family or things like that. Gifts, she's saying also, or things like that. So she's not saying that you're controlling. I feel like saying somebody's got to you be in charge here, basically. And I feel like that's you. It could be your career also. Sometimes I'll confuse homes for career, absolutely, because especially you spend either physically or energetically like a third of your waking life at a job or more. So definitely, yeah. Oh, so we're getting Jennifer into the show. If you're the only one that could take the taco reference, um, so but not much else resonates with you. Okay, that might have been her way just to try to say that I'm here also. Uh, but in any regard, so hopefully you guys understand that, Bella and play love primarily. Um, all right. So Jennifer, your mom, I don't know if she or unless this goes to one of the other ladies, if she you tended to be a little bit discerning when it came to like styles of furniture or clothing. They feel like she accuses somebody of being a little bit tacky with their choices, I want to say, or that word tacky popped up in my mind. I don't think it's a direct thing for you, just to be clear about that. I feel like I'm with somebody that had a fair amount of depression, worries, those types of challenges. There's definitely a female. I feel like she's darker haired also. You know what I mean? Almost like black hair, I want to say, and tended to have some respiratory issues or get like colds or stuff like that. And I'm feeling like it's a little bit hard to breathe, I want to say also, when this person kind of steps in. And I feel like they're trying to just sort of help you to clear some old energy that will connect to like either old friends or relationships. I feel like as I'm talking, they're saying you don't know anybody anything, whether it's family, siblings, whatever. I feel like we want to give you the green light to pursue happiness on your own terms and not necessarily um have to be challenged by others, I want to say. And I feel like either October or the 10th day of the month, but I think October, because 10-9 pops in my mind. I think it's that John Lennon's birthday, I think. So this could be Heather, yeah. The Karen had dachshunds. I'm seeing wiener dogs. That's dachshunds, yeah. The discerning attitude fits. The dark hair and respiratory issues does not. Okay. but your mom passed in October, so that's the 10 reference. 24-hour oxygen. So Play Love recognizes that also. So lots of hugs to you. Do you know who maybe your mom might be with, or who in the family has very dark hair? It looks straight in my mind also. It could be in the living. But if you pass in October and some of the attitude fits, but a couple things don't, black hair too. All right. So that might be more, like I said, there's 3 or 4 of you that they're working with simultaneously right now. So I think your mom is just kind of giving you a quick hello, Jennifer. I may get more information, but I'm going to start to pull out of this energy for a moment. I need to take a quick break. So on that note, a couple of things I wanted to just announce. We're going to do our next mediumship night on Zoom on April the 8th. It's not even on my calendar yet. Nobody knows about this, but I take a maximum of 10 because in this event, it's on Zoom. We want to get to everybody. So it's about 2.5 hours, and I take groups of 10. So I'm going to actually, while I'm taking a little bit of a break, it might not be a bad idea just to add my email if anybody wants. And then I'll do at least a couple more. All right, so that's me. Yeah, that's where you can get any more information. So that'll be April the 8th, 7 to 9 or 9:30, maximum of 10 on Zoom. So that's one thing. Also, if you want to get a private reading, email us and mention this event, and you'll automatically get 10% off. And the other thing is that if anybody would like to learn how to do mediumship, channeling, or what's called trance mediumship or channeling, energy healing, we're going to do a very intensive weekend retreat in the Catskill Mountains from April the 11th to 13th. So we're going to pack a lot of information. You're going to learn a lot. And I've taken people like a month out of recovery, and after a weekend having them popping out names from the spirit world. So I have really good training methods. And and again, you can use mediumship just to connect with your own loved ones and channel. It doesn't have to be necessarily like doing readings for others, but you learn all that stuff. So that's going to be April 11th and 13th. So I wanted to mention that's my email. The course is appropriate for beginners. I'd say to maybe intermediate to intermediate advanced. So it's multi-level, but yeah, I take a lot of beginners in these, and I take more seasoned mediums. And honestly, when I do a class, I like to have different levels because the more senior people help the more junior people. It's a nice energy. So yeah, beginners are definitely not only welcome, they're encouraged. So I'll put it that way. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Felicia. Hello, Danfi. Danfi. Okay, so let me get a couple more messages from Spirit. Let me hide this. And I'll when I get to the end, I'll post that again. I may do some reminders. All right. So who's here? I feel like there's one younger child, younger boy. I want to say. I'm gonna say that died tragically. Not expected, but from either illness or medical complications. I think the name Sue, like there's going to be a connection to Sue. It's not a boy named Sue. We're doing Johnny Cash now, right? But I think Sue might be the mom or grandma or somebody in the living or spirit. But I feel like there's a couple of older but younger men that are here. They may be in different families. One in particular, I think this is another reference to like an overdose. As he comes in, he's a little bit taller, kind of a gentler soul. Was not, at least he's showing darker hair, but he may have had longer hair. I feel like the name Laurie is connected to this also, and very very nice, kind of a personal but very sensitive with a lot of depression. I feel like he's here, and there's one that's younger. So firstly, hello Tanya. Hey everybody. So nobody's getting either of these yet. Although I'm aware that there's a delay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Heather. Your son, was your son very little, or is he the one that's older? This might be the younger one, right? Um, he had epilepsy. Oh, sorry to hear that. We're all sending you a lot of love. Um, so he might be here. He was 17, right? He'd be a little bit older. I feel like some of the other references fit, obviously not drugs or any of that, because he had epilepsy, but I feel like just sometimes just the acknowledgement draws the spirit in also, because I feel like he wants to be here, and I feel like he wants to play. Like I think he's got that kind of an energy. I want to play. I want to let mom and people know that I'm still here. And I don't know if you like sunglasses or if you were trying new glasses or sunglasses. All of a sudden, he popped that image in my mind, and just as a reference to hopefully that makes sense, but that just a reference. And I feel like saying, yeah, we're always funny. Yeah, okay. So he definitely has a sense of humor, I want to say, and I just feel, hello, Rebecca. I just feel like he wants to just, hey, I'm here and I'm with you. And he's showing me being around the bed, so you may you get dreams or sense that. I feel like there's a name like John, like a J-O name that's relevant also, I want to say. Uh, Friendship Grove Seaver. So yeah, but it sounds like whatever I said a minute ago, that may not have been, that may not have resonated with you, but I forgot what I said. But in any event, I feel like he's taking the opportunity to let you know that he's around and that he's with you. Definitely has a sense of humor. Joseph's your grandfather. That's the other common Jo name. So I think your son is with him. Drag. What's drag? Your son might have known somebody that he either liked to dress in drag or or something like that. I don't know. That just word came up in my mind. I don't know. Something. It's funny though. I think it's a humorous reference. It may not be anything serious, but in any event, lots of love to you. I want to see if there's anything else that I can take up from the something with the month of January too pops up in my mind. So there may be an important birthday passing a reference in the month of January. Um, yeah, lots of love to you as well. His birthday. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and that's what I thought. Either his birthday or spirit birthday is passing, one or the other. Yeah, like his energy is quiet. And I just feel like he's just wanting to let you know we're here, we're supporting you. I don't know if there's another birthday that's coming up really soon. I want to say in April, but but it could be just past. But he showed me another reference to a birthday to say also. I want to play. Yeah, that's what one of the things I want to play. Yeah, so that was your son's sense of humor. Uh, Yours just passed. Okay, so I got the wrong side of the present, but it just passed. All right. So I think he wants to say happy birthday to you. So I think that's part of the message. Um, so I think there's another younger man and somebody very young. So I don't know if that's the 13th of March, 313. But anyway, um, I feel like there's a boy, but I feel like the the other one is stronger. The older male who's still young also. This feels like a drug related past. It is really, I was seeing like short hair before, but then he showed me longer hair. So I think the styles changed. I want to say around 18. I think he's very young, or the number 18 would have a meaning. Um, so in any event, it doesn't. It's some every now and then one of these references is somebody that's going to watch this as a video. Sometimes that happens also. So no, I had a busy day of work and readings. I'm going to see if I can at least get one more out of me. Uh, All right, so I just want to still clear my mind for a second. I'm hearing like Walk on the Wild Side, musical references, Lou Reed, um, this image of the tower. Let's see who's trying to come through. So there's an older gentleman. The name Vic comes up, maybe Vince or Vic. I think that that's actually the spirit's name, but if not, that'll be an important reference around the family. Definitely smoke, and I'm seeing a lot of cigarettes. I feel like I'm with somebody that served maybe in the Navy, but I feel like there's military, but I'm seeing boats also. I feel like somebody that always wore glass. I feel like the name John is going to come up more than once in this family. I want to say John, or it could be Joe's also, but I think this is a name that comes up more than once in the family. I want to say as well, and talks about being a jock. I want to say so. I think that's somebody that was good, was athletic or good at sports, at the day also, and he showed me boxing references too. So I think he might have even thought he was going to be in the Golden Globe. I want to say now, or the Golden Gloves. Is that what it is? Um, and something with the number 36. I don't know what that means, but the number 36 comes up. And there may be another, I don't know if it's George, but there's another Jew name like that. I want to say in this energy. Hey, nobody's getting this one. I know there's a delay, but he's kind of a funny person, and he has like those, in my mind, those 70s sideburns, I want to say. So it's definitely some reference like around all in the family time. So Kim, hi Kim, welcome. And he boxed, but didn't smoke. All right, so but you got most of those references. He did box. He was in the army. And that was his middle name. Okay, I think I'm with you. Um, so who's the smoker? Is that you? I don't know. You're too healthy. I don't think you're a smoker, but in any regard, so let me just see. I also feel like I'm filling out cards. I don't know if you like to do like horse betting or like lotteries or something like that, or if you do, but I feel like I'm filling out those cards, and I think at that during that time it would be like the pencils that you'd write, you pencil out the little boxes. That we're going back a little ways with that, but I feel like he's showing me that, and I feel like there's a T name. His parents smoked, and his dad died of lung cancer. Well, you can thank his dad for helping his energy through, because I think they're coming through together. And and Arthur might be trying to say hi also. We don't want to negate Arthur. I want to say as well, because I feel like he's been wanting to come through a lot. Um, and let me see. Hi, Crystal Palace. Yeah, if they come through, I'll let you know. But let me try to say where I am. I just feel you just filled out the Powerball numbers on the card. They still do that. Um, but apparently, Kim hasn't answered that, so maybe that doesn't make sense to her. But I just really saw that really clearly, and I think that connects to Kim's people, honestly. But I feel like they're saying you're doing wonderful work, so not to second guess yourself or judge yourself. I feel like to say that there's ups and downs, there's going to be hiccups, but there's something about taking people in. I want to say it almost feels like orphans, but maybe it's just that you take people under your wing or help younger people or stuff like that. There may be a draw to helping people that have learning issues or something about teaching in special ed or something like that. I think if that doesn't go to Kim, that's going to go to KK. Okay, I understand that. All right. So there's something you didn't understand, but you understood what I just said. Okay. And I feel like you kind of mentioned that to me. Yeah, I think that he's trying to reference horse racing, to be honest, like OTB. Again, it's like very active in the 70s. Like I've definitely seen those hairstyles, I want to say. Um, and my uncle Victor was in the army, ran marathons, and I think he used to smoke. So hi from him also, and people that didn't necessarily get a um people that didn't necessarily get a direct message. You perhaps you got that through other energies or other sources. But I feel like saying to Kim or to KK, for both of you, both K names, to keep going and keep at it, and to keep doing the work that you're doing. And then, yeah, all right. So I'm wondering, if 'cause a lot of people ask questions and about things going on in their own life, and I'm wondering if at some point I should just do a psychic night and answer people's questions, because I'm working with the spirits now, so I can only get what I get from the spirit world and who comes through, basically. And I'm kind of yeah. So we're back to play love again. Well, your dad doesn't go away too quickly, does he? Basically, especially since Kim didn't really understand that. But in any regard, I know it's trying to. So they're all here, and let me see if there's any final messages. Well, I feel like they're saying we're with you. This will be your spirit team, everybody that's with you, your guide, your angels, or whatever. I feel like they say we understand that you're really the heart of the earth changes now. Everything's very intense. A lot of things need to fall, and so people will wake up basically and start to rebuild on a new foundation. I feel like saying just know that you have a lot of support, and keep just sharing love and spreading love. And a lot of you are awakening or having awakening experiences. I feel like they're saying, not to be afraid. There's times that you may feel very uncomfortable as you start to acclimate to new energies, because there's new things that are going on in the world. And as we have awakenings, we shift energies, and things our perspectives changes, and it can be uncomfortable, but new gifts start to surface after that. And it's interesting, I didn't even verbalize this right at the very beginning, and I have a feeling this is getting back to play love, because I didn't know who I was with. Somebody was showing me a horse as clear as day, and when you mentioned OTB, I have a feeling that was your dad's way of coming through, basically. um And although doing a psychic night, if I get 100 people on that's not going to be too easy either. So we just have to get the messages. But lots of weird things have been. Yeah, it's just we're all like shifting and awakening. The spirit world is stronger. We just can't let those that want to program everybody um and suppress our spirituality so that we're more easily controlled. Basically, we just have to let that go and keep doing our spiritual work and double down on it, because our connection to our divinity is our savior in terms of moving into the new enlightened age, or the golden age, basically. But the ones that want to maintain control don't want that. So there's so much pressure against spirituality and ascension on so many levels, from programming through pop culture, through frequency programming, through a lot of things, through technology, pollutants in the air, and things in fogs, and viruses and vaccines. Like, there's so much going on that's trying to keep us from connecting to our divine source. So we have to keep doubling down and doing that, and that's going to help the transition to be smoother. But I feel like saying this will go for most of you, maybe not every single person, but I feel like they're saying you're all light workers in your own way. You're all here and connecting to each other in this community because you have had some level of awakening. You've opened to some level, and you want to make a difference, basically. So feel like that. It's just a quick note. Was it you play a love? That was it your dad that played softball a lot? Because all of a sudden I feel like I'm playing softball, basically. Um, yeah. I missed that in the beginning, but that's definitely culture shock, especially if you move from the city, right? Um, but they showed me that, so I feel like that, and very good. On the other side, dark hair, so that could have been a hello for you. I know I've got to figure out. So where was my last comment? I can't even find it. I wanted to post my website. Not my website, my email again. Well, I'm going to write that out. Maybe I passed it. Maybe it's farther down. I don't know. Here we go. So, couple things. One, if you want to do the work with us, it's a group of 10 tops. Last time we only had 9, I think. So they usually fill up, but they don't always. That's $40. And then you get a lot more individual attention, and we can do psychic questions then. So that's going to be on Tuesday, the 8th of April. It's not on the website yet. You guys get first crack at it. And then tomorrow or the day after, we'll post it. And if you want to get a private reading from me through Zoom, phone, or if you're in the Hudson Valley, my office is in Kingston, New York. Just mention this, and it's 10% off. And if you want to learn to do mediumship channeling for yourself or for others, the retreat is April the 11th to the 13th. So you can ask us for information. Yana, who works with me, will help you out with that. So hopefully we got that. That was you playing softball, adult co-ed. Yeah, so your dad recognized that. Yeah, and also you too, because so that was your, because I didn't get a ton of information for you. So just know, even if I didn't get a lot of specific stuff, because other spirits were very strong, they're with you and they see what's going on. Especially if your son's playing baseball now, that's a giveaway. Yeah, absolutely. All right, again, I'll flash that again if I can find it. I know I took that down pretty quick. Where is it though? Maybe not. Anyway, I think everybody that's meant to get it, but it's AdamBetweenTheWorlds.com. All right, it's farther up, but that's okay. I had it up for adequate time. All right, very good. So thanks for being here. I think Friday. I work till 7, so at 8 o'clock, I'm going to do a transmission. I do, part of my channeling work is frequency work. So the master teachers work through me, work through my energetic fields, and if we're together doing a meditation together, they're able to access your fields and raise your frequencies and assist in you in safe and accelerated ascension in these times of rapid stuff. But we're going to do some prayers because there's so much change. So many people are losing it. Even in the United, well, I shouldn't say even in the United States, we know what's going on in the U.S. Whether you support or you're against the president and the administration, I think we can all recognize that a lot of people are going through a lot, and it's very challenging. But it's happening around the world, so we're going to do some prayers and send a lot of love to help make this transition smoother. It has to change. The tower has to fall on the old unfair system that benefit the minute few at the expense of a great many. It's got to fall. So if we send a lot of love and raise the consciousness, us and a lot of other groups doing similar things, that's going to help to smooth out the transition so it doesn't have to be so hard. So anyway, we're going to do that on Friday at 8. I decided. Great night, everybody. Yes, and thank you, Raphael, and have a great night, everybody. Love you guys. Thanks for being here.